Okay, and that is, can you draw a line through it? It's a line that cuts a shape into mirror images. And I know we did it last year, so don't tell me you're completely ignorant about this. Mirror images. And that would be this. For instance, they gave you a rectangle. If you had a rectangle, if you had a rectangle, where would you draw a line so that if you folded that on that line, the two sides would match up, just like a mirror would be? One of them, Kyle, is
Right down the middle.
okay, just like this. Line's a little off there. Struggling a little bit with this. How about right here? Still a little bit off. Another one, Ashley?
Halfway through.
Like this?
Yeah.
Another one? Ava?
Diagonally through.
Wrong! Set you up for that one, sorry. That's all you got right there. Okay? And people always think that rectangle has that other piece of symmetry, but if you take a piece of paper, if you actually take a rectangular piece of paper and try to do that, okay, and I go from diagonal to diagonal, this is what happens. Okay, you get something that folds like this, and that's not rotation. Reflective symmetry has to be a mirror image and will have to lay exactly on top of each other. Now a square you could do that with because it would end up being right over top of it. But when you try to do a rectangle, the sides won't match up, and they have to match up. Have to match up. A circle. How could you split a circle so that the sides match up? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you could split it like this. You could split it like this. You could split it like this. Any diameter of a circle splits it is reflective symmetry for it. A square, like I said, a square has 6 lines of symmetry. You got the same as a rectangle. I'm sorry, 4 lines. And then you got the 2 diagonals. What else can you do? Sometimes they ask you about letters. A, B, C, D, and E. If I asked you to draw the lines of symmetry for that, for the letter A, does the letter A have a line of symmetry?
Yeah.
Where would it be?
Right down to the middle.
It would be from top to bottom. So you couldn't split it. Some of you are saying along that line, no, because if you fold that up, the point comes down here. It doesn't match up at all. One line of symmetry right down the middle. The letter B, yeah, you could split it on this horizontal end, as long as it looked like a B that I have drawn there. If the bottom's bigger than the top, no, or whatever. C,
Yeah.
again, depending on how it's drawn, but yeah, it probably has one like that. The letter D, it's kind of symmetrical there. The letter E, symmetrical there, and that would be it for those. The letter X, you'd have what? A line of symmetry here, a line of symmetry there. Probably have a line of symmetry here, and a line of symmetry there. Alright. Now, another type of symmetry you don't hear very much about is rotational. And rotational symmetry is, if you rotate it, will it match up before a complete turn? And you'll understand more when I do it. You didn't get that. Uh-oh. Remember when this thing used to lock up all the time? Was that your fun? Or was that somebody else?
That was our fun. We used to lock it.
Let's do the, oops. Where'd it go? Oh, I could have done star. That means this. If you've got a shape like this, okay, Okay, that's my paste. If you've got this shape here, rotational symmetry means this. Okay, if you have it and you spin it, first of all, every shape, if you spin it all the way around 360 degrees, is going to end up matching up on top of it. So that is not rotational. But if you spin it just a little bit and it matches up, for example, right there, that's rotational symmetry. It matches up there, it matches up here, matches up there, there. And I don't know if they ask you how many times, I don't think they do, but this has, yes, it does have rotational symmetry. Something that wouldn't, let's look at a triangle here. Yeah, triangle. If you took a triangle that looked like this, and I copy it, nope, and I paste it, and you try to spin it, okay, there's a half a turn, does it match up? No. Or half a turn doesn't match up, This only matches up when you make one complete revolution. No rotational symmetry. It has to do it before you spin it all the way around. So,
I figured this thing out with my names. Since my initials are AV, if you write an A and then press on and then make a V, it's rotational symmetry this way.
oh, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
You mean this. If you've got Alex like this and a V like this,
No.
if you've got Alex like this and a V like this,
Yes.
it has all sorts of symmetries. Like that. I don't know, are you trying to get me off track here? You have an A like this and a V like that.
Kind of. Except the middle line of the A.
Has to be exactly in the middle.
It's an A,
So A like
an X, and
A like this and a V like this.
Yes. Perfect.
How many lines of symmetry?
a lot.
Two.
So weird. It's like I was like X with a diamond.
If Alex, if you ever
Yeah.
own your own company, there's your logo. It could be the WW upside down W, right side down W, or the AB, or
It
the
looks like
X,
two
or
X's.
the
It
double
looks like two
X,
X's.
Double X. If you
or
take away the bottom, it looks like my name.
what?
When you take the way, like,
There should be
underneath
Avas.
the little A, underneath the A, like
That's
that
right.
point of the V.
Ava, that spells your whole name. A,
Like
V,
do
A.
it.
Where does it go? Oh, this, A. So if you and Ava ever get together, Alex,
Married and have a company.
Just think about that.
Then you get married and have a company.
Alex.
Alex
Ava
Bowman. Who's praying? Let's go.
It's crazy.
Unless you have something. I think they'll just ask you if it does. Oh, you know what they do say? In the book it does say